Hey guys, I was exchanging some emails recently with a friend of mine who was going through some dramas with a family member, and it triggered me to think about something that a really wise teacher told me once, and that was, he said to me, everybody has rubbish. Everybody has rubbish. And what he told me was, or what he pointed out to me was that everybody has parts of their personalities or parts of their nature that other people might find to be rubbish or a problem or annoying or something. So I'm sure you guys can think of somebody who's an example, or probably just about everybody you know who's an example of this. Nobody's perfect. Even the people that we like the most, that we really, really like being with and think are wonderful people, everybody has something that, or some things that are annoying or are unpleasant or are in some way not necessarily beneficial to anybody. And it's just natural. Nobody's perfect. I mean, I've been lucky to have met some amazing people in my life, and to have some amazing people in my life in the past and now. And everybody, including me, has faults or has problems or has rubbish, as my teacher said. So I think what he used to say to me was, look behind the rubbish, and if what you find behind the rubbish is worthwhile, then you should continue to spend time with that person. And I think that was a really good way to look at it. That's really helped. I think if we can accept that, I think one of the problems that we can have is if we expect a person to be perfect, of course we'll be disappointed. And I think that often happens, that people have expectations of other people and how they should be and how they should behave and what they should do and what they shouldn't do. He shouldn't do that. He shouldn't say that to me. She shouldn't do that. She shouldn't do that to me. That sort of stuff. And I think if we can accept that, hey, nobody's perfect. Everybody has faults. And then look past that at the good stuff and weigh it up. And I mean, what does sometimes happen, I've found, is that the first thing that's helped with for me has been that there is some good people in my life that are difficult to be with sometimes, as I am. But I've used that tool to look past the difficult stuff and say, no, that guy's worthwhile. You know, sometimes he's annoying, or sometimes she's annoying, or sometimes she does that thing that can be annoying, but the rest of that person I love. You know, I really like being with that. The rest of that person is really good, and accept that. Also, I've noticed that what sometimes happens is because it's really a weighing it up thing, and I think it depends on the person. So I think we can all probably think of examples of somebody that their rubbish is too much for us. So we look at their rubbish and we say, no, look, this person, I can't put up with that, or I can't handle that. So we decide the person's not worth it. The rubbish is too heavy for us. Their rubbish is too heavy for us. We can't deal with it. It's too much. Sorry. And we just decide not to spend any time with that person or have anything to do with them. And that's okay. But there'll be other people that consider that person's rubbish to be, it's no big deal, and see the good things about that person and decide that they're worthwhile and want to spend time with them, or whatever, have some sort of relationship with them. So I think that's the other thing too. Different people can handle different things. Different people can handle different rubbish and not consider it to be a problem. And different people value different positive things about people. So I think that's the opposite of the rubbish, is the positive stuff. So, and that's why, you know, we all know examples of this, that there's somebody that we just can't stand, but our friend likes them. So we think, wow, he's my friend. I don't like that other guy, but my friend likes the other guy, just the way it is. So when that guy puts the rubbish and the positive stuff on the scales, he decides that, no, that guy's worthwhile. We put the rubbish and the positive stuff on the scales and decide, no, he's just not worth it. And I think we've all seen examples of that too. So yeah, I think it's a really useful thing to keep it in mind that everybody's got rubbish, nobody's perfect, you know, whether it be friends or family, parents are one. We often expect parents, you know, we weigh up our parents and, you know, they're annoying and they, you know, but they're human like the rest of us, you know, and parents aren't perfect either, so they're actually a good example, I think. All parents have rubbish, and I mean, easy to find examples of this, isn't it? You got your parents drive you crazy and they're a pain in the neck, and then your friends meet them and say, oh, your mother's lovely, your father's a great guy. You go, no. And it's because what's happening is your friends are looking past the rubbish and seeing the positive stuff. But sometimes when we're close to people, we can get a bit too focused on the rubbish, I think, and forget the good stuff. So yeah, I think useful tool. Look past the rubbish.